Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is very cold. We really had a very cold day here in Nairobi. I don't know where you are. How is the situation? What is the weather there? Very cold. And guys, I think if you are coming out, if you're within Nairobi, you want to come out, you must make sure that you're really heavy. You really put on heavy cloth. There is this photo. There is this story that I've been following for better part of the day. The fake photo that was shared by Denis Itumbi, who is a digital propagandist for Deputy President William Ruto. I think I have really been wondering about that. I've been trying to do some research about that photo, and this is what happened. Yesterday, after the Jacaranda rally on Sunday 16th, there was the crowd trouble at Jacaranda Stadium, at Jacaranda Gardens. But after that, Denis Itumbi went and shared a photo in his Twitter page that will later be found that was fake. It was not a photo that was extracted. It was not a photo that was taken in Jacaranda. And he had to delete that photo. If you check his Facebook page, now it is not there. So I don't know why the Tanga were obsessed with the photo. Why that photo was shared, and I was even wondering, because if you look at William Ruto's Facebook page, there are many photos that show large crowds. You could still extract a photo that maybe it's not from Jacaranda, but will still communicate the same story. I don't know why, really, they're so obsessed with the crowd. So in my research, I read an article. It was a research that was done in USA last year, January, by Cornell Tech. Cornell Tech is a research firm. So it was on the politics of crowd. Politics of crowd. And during that time, they were trying to measure, and this is what that research said, that Republicans or Democrats were highly influenced by majority of crowds that were pulled by Republicans. You know, in US there is Democrats and Republicans, and vice versa. Republicans were highly influenced by crowds from Democrats. That research also shows that people of different political views are more interested or consume news, and they tend to consume news from their opponents. Now, this is what means. This issue of the fake photo by Denis Itumbi, he shared a photo that was not taken in Jacaranda. Of course, I'm going to tell you some of the few techniques that you can use to just to fact check a photo, because I did something. I did a whole course in fact check. So, why he shared that photo was this: that information is consumed by Ruto. That was a slip of the tongue. Anti-Ruto supporters. That information or that issue of the crowd was consumed majorly by Raila supporters. Actually, the person who even raised the flag was more of a Raila person. Because to Ruto supporters or to other supporters, they believe everything that the team says. But the only people that did the fact check were Raila supporters. That is why I believe that Denis Itumbi was trying to convince Raila supporters that Ruto pulled the crowd in Jacaranda. Because you know Ruto doesn't have a strong harbor in Nairobi. Now, before I go further this analysis, let me explain for you some few techniques on how to fact check a photo. Now, there is what is called Google reverse image. If you search Google reverse image, there is somewhere you can download a photo. Then if you can upload a photo. Then if you upload a photo, you click down there, it will show you matching photos. For example, if a website publishes a story using my photo, if you go to Google reverse image, it will suggest other people photos that zinafanana na hiyo. It will even bring my Facebook page. Like the photo that was shared by Denis Itumbi is this. Then if you do the Google reverse search image, it produces this other photo. What that tells you is that that's one way of fact checking a photo. This will help you. Two, there is what is called the context. For example, if you look at the photo that Denis Itumbi used, there was some green stuff in the background. So around Jacaranda, there are no forest around that place. So that just shows you. Actually, it's called the context of the background. Just that shows you that that is not now. That is not an image that was taken from the scene. Another one that I just realized recently is you check the time. For example, if someone tells you that this photo was taken in an event or maybe a government function last year, and if that time people were already putting on the mask, then look at that photo, then you realize no one in that photo is putting out the mask, you have to raise a high flag. You will realize that most functions that were president, maybe many after the COVID, president was putting on the mask. So if you see such a photo and there is no one putting on a mask, you can raise the red flag. No, that was just by the way. Now, guys, I think William Ruto should get rid of Denis Itumbi. That is my analysis. And so if you're new to this channel, take a second, subscribe. We have surpassed the 1,000 mark. We are pushing road to 2,000. Your feedback is overwhelming, guys. I know I can't respond to all, but at least I sample a bit and respond. Now, one of the reasons why William Ruto need to fire Denis Itumbi is because he has lost the trust of Kenyans. You know, sharing a fake photo, one, it is a political propaganda in the eye of politicians looking at it in terms of political perspective. But there are also other people who are not looking at it in terms of being a propaganda. They feel like the guy is failing in that profession. So Ruto, maybe he hired someone who is incompetent. Because the reason why I'm saying Kenyans now don't trust him. Honestly, they don't trust him. There is nothing that, even if William Ruto wants to convey a very serious message, a very honest message to Kenyans, he cannot use Denis Itumbi. So he's not the person that can trust because of the fake. You know, when it comes out that it's fake is a very huge word that people just know you are also fake. Two is on the abduction. The reason why he needs to get rid of him is because another reason why Kenyans don't trust him is because of the abduction. I read a story, I think it is in Tuko News, that Denis Itumbi have not recorded a statement with the police. We don't know whether it is by design, or he's just too busy, or he's not just concerned. But then, he has not recorded a statement over that abduction. And you know, there are majority of people that really think that Denis Itumbi stage managed that abduction. I'm one of them who doesn't believe so. But there are quite a majority of people that believe that that abduction, kidogo, no. So, failing to record a statement, and that means that even the process of investigation is stalled. You understand? That means that investigation is stalled. I tend to believe that where William Ruto is seated, he's also thinking that Denis Itumbi might have really stage managed that abduction. Number 3 is Denis Itumbi does not have a working portfolio in UDA. In ODM party, Philip Itale is Director of Communications. Director of Communications. So Denis Itumbi does not work for UDA. He only works to do propaganda. When it comes to propaganda, this is a freelancing job that you can fire Itumbi and pick someone who is not in the space, in the limelight. You go and pick the bloggers who are a little bit less known, that cannot really are not vulnerable. Denis Itumbi now is vulnerable. Now, this second phase of this last lap of campaigns, we are going to expect press releases to newsrooms and other players in the political space. I don't think Denis Itumbi can be used even to send a press release to the newsroom, because no one is going to trust him. He needs to get a professional communication person who is a little bit not politically polarized, so that when he even sends an information that he wants to meet some group, or he's sending an information media invite, it can be taken on a professional ground, not as a blogger. So that is why he needs to get rid of Denis Itumbi and hire someone to work as head of communications, maybe as his campaign secretariat or at UDA headquarters. Because I don't think Denis Itumbi is the person he can actually depend on. Lastly, Denis Itumbi have brushed shoulders with the government. So the question is, if this continues, that was an abduction one. You never know what can happen next. The person who will be blamed, and Denis Itumbi's family we can blame, and everyone else can blame, is deputy president. Denis Itumbi doesn't have an elective post, does not have security, is not guaranteed security. But if he just takes any other person, I think that he needs to get rid of him. He's already brushed shoulders with the current government, and now I think should sit back. The way I opined here that he's going for an elective seat, he should actually go and vie for an MP or some seat in Kirinyaga, so that William Ruto can hire someone to do that work. He either choose to go professional by hiring a communication person, or if he chooses a blogger, then that is a more fast. That one you go and pick a group of some few people somewhere, and now forget about consultancy. You always tell them what they think they should always say about you. So guys, that's my opinion, but I think that the issue of the fake photo really indicates. So that's my opinion, guys. What do you think William Ruto should do with Denis Itumbi over the fake photo mess from the Jacaranda Stadium?